We got.
Where's CeeDee going? Cardinals or Raiders?
It's a good question. All right, so Kyler Murray wants to be reunited with CeeDee Lamb. Suge White, a.k.a. Steve Keim, general manager, who looks like Suge Knight, but he's white. Google a picture of Steve Keim, and you'll see what I'm talking about. He said, look, I understand that Kyler really likes the guy, and when you see him, I can see why he likes him. Big hands, big body, catches everything around him. He's kind of like DeAndre Hopkins, which is a really good comp. Because if it's in the vicinity, CeeDee Lamb turns into Clifford Franklin. Clifford Franklin only one catching it. Clifford Franklin only one coming down with it. Now, when he was talking about catching it, he was ironically talking about catching the common cold, which is not COVID-19. But you get my drift on this. On the other hand, when I went to Bedlam in Stillwater to watch OU and Oklahoma State play last season, Boone Pickens Stadium, I sat in the press box, and the radio folks usually sit behind the writers in the second row and behind the scouts in the second row. So who was the scout that was sitting in front of me as I'm sitting in the second row because I'm a radio dude? But Mike Mayock. Many of you know Mike Mayock for his work on NFL Network, great draft analyst, all around good dude to talk ball to, kind of turned into a curmudgeon, but in a good way as general manager for the Las Vegas Raiders. That man showed up, sat down, opened up his binder, and had CeeDee Lamb written in black letters across it, to which I'm going, oh, snap, okay. Know who you're here to see. And we know that they have a need at wide receiver because they famously tried like hell to make the Antonio Brown situation work, but the Antonio Brown situation did not work. And then you find out Jordy Nelson don't want to do this no more. And Tyrell Williams ain't it. Josh Jacobs is great, but you need help on the outside. So you're going to be in the market for a wide receiver. You're also going to be in the market for a space linebacker like Isaiah Simmons. Okay? And I have a belief that it's harder for me to find great defensive players than it is for me to find great offensive players. However, in that game, Oklahoma State cornerback A.J. Green also held CeeDee Lamb to 4 catches for 36 yards. This is in a season where CeeDee Lamb is averaging better than 21 yards per catch and averaging 99.9 yards per game heading into Bedlam. Okay? Had a really great season. Was the most dominant wide receiver for Oklahoma. And depending on who you believe, wide receiver 1 or wide receiver 2 in this draft, right? Could be him, could be Jerry Jeudy. There's an argument for Henry Ruggs, but I just don't buy it. T. Higgins could also be in there, but since he hasn't gone through much of the combine stuff, people kind of got him going down the board. But he's 6'4", 230. So, he's still got size and hands and speed. However, I think that we are much more likely to see CeeDee Lamb actually get drafted a little bit higher and used as a trade chip. Because if I am the Raiders, and I know I got 2 first-round picks, I might just wait for CeeDee Lamb to come down a little bit more so I can go get Isaiah Simmons or even Caleb Von Chasen, edge rusher, outside linebacker out of LSU that beat the bricks out of Oklahoma. You understood what it was, right? Then there is the theory being trotted out by NFL draft analysts, not by me, that my Dallas Cowboys would be able to select CeeDee Lamb at number 17. To which I'm going, I'd be shocked if CeeDee Lamb gets to number 17. And I'd be even more shocked if CeeDee Lamb got to number 17 and the Dallas Cowboys took him. Because what do the Dallas Cowboys need? They need a corner. They need a safety. They need C.J. Henderson coming out of Florida. They need Xavier McKinney coming out of Alabama. They need Grant Delpit coming out of LSU. Okay? That's what you need. That's the need. But since when has Jerry Jones actually drafted what we need? Jerry got that owner complex where I'm going to do what I'm going to do and you going to live with it. Didn't nobody tell you got to root for my team? Fine. So there are 3 places CeeDee Lamb could end up. But I sincerely think that he's going to be a Raider today because Mike Mayock showed up to Pro Day today. Okay? Mike Mayock was in attendance and giving out interviews to local media outlets, which I appreciate. You a real one, Mike. They don't ever give us no local interviews. I usually got to browbeat somebody with some sort of national following to get him on the show. Matter of fact, when I finally got Joel Klatt to come on the show, first thing he said was, you sent the Twitter mob after me. I'm like, yo, man, we've been chasing you for like a year. It ain't new. Shout out to Doug Gottlieb. I love his show. I love sports talk. It's fun. What you giggling back there?
So,
George, why you spamming the comments, man? I'm not even able to read these, but you like spamming them. What's the point there? What's the point there? Also, so this is gonna happen at 6 o'clock, but YouTube changed the interface on the live settings. So we were really like sitting over here, and I'm thinking that I got something going on wrong with my live streaming software, and I got to troubleshoot because you know what the history of this channel is. RJ doesn't know how to live stream or remember to turn mics on and that sort of thing. And you know what it was? It's the go live button in the right hand corner. Clicked it, and we was good. And now you can see with this beautiful picture that we have here. This is gorgeous with gorgeous sound. You know, members, super chat, this is y'all. This is a very expensive camera. You can see my gold all Trinidad James microphone. We got the sound mix over here. You can hear my girlfriend in the back. Maybe one day we'll put her on camera. Maybe one day we won't. I don't know. We'll see. She's much cuter to look at than me.